Draymond Green continuing to struggle with the refs, getting a tech in the first game of the season after all that drama last year. Here's Warriors head coach Steve Kerr on the situation.
He was amazing tonight, and we say it all the time. You can't have it all. You can't ask Draymond to play with this amazing passion and energy and effort, and then tell him, no, you have to tone down the emotion. It's all part of the package. So it's up to us to, whether it's taking a timeout or just, trying to calm him down. But there's a reason Draymond is who he is. He's a champion. He's one of the best competitors I've ever been around. And there's going to be a lot of technicals. We just can't let him get two.
Stephen A., do the Warriors have a problem with Draymond?
You see, this is what bothers me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I got a lot of love and respect for Draymond Green, okay? And I hate using the word problem because people can take it and run with it and extend it beyond the basketball court, which he finds offensive and I find offensive for him. But on the basketball court, one of the brothers that I'm still tight with to this very day, Molly, Wendy, is a brother by the name of Rasheed Wallace. That's my dog. That's my brother. I love him to death. I've never seen anybody in my life that had more problems with referees than Rasheed Wallace. I mean, just looking at them, this man was ready to fight with them. It was unbelievable, okay? Draymond becoming pretty damn close. Because from December of 2023, from March of 2023 to December of 2023, I think he got suspended like 4 times, okay? It's game 1 of the season. You know you're going to beat Portland. Why? Why get a technical? Why?
Second quarter.
Why? For what? Why? There's nothing inside of you that says, we got this. We ain't worried about it. It's game 1. It's no big deal. There's nothing inside of you that says that. And so, ultimately, I know the passion that he leans on. It's what makes him great. He is a future Hall of Famer. If you don't know, you better recognize he is.
Not a question.
He is a future Hall of Famer. The Warriors ain't the same without him. They're much, much better with him. He's an invaluable asset. He's all of those things. But he is also someone that makes some of the most senseless decisions when it comes to the officials. And there's no way to ignore it. And last night, was indictable because they're going to label you. You know how they are. You know at any given moment they can tee you up and what have you. And if you can't control yourself from getting technical in game 1 of the regular season against the Portland Trailblazers, who everybody and their grandmama knew you was going to whip their ass, and you can't control yourself and avoid getting a technical, then I don't know what to say.
It wasn't just a technical. He was going to get ejected, and Steve Kerr had to call timeout so that he wouldn't get ejected. And that's the thing about it's the walking of the line. So, Stephen A., the Warriors, I don't want to overreact in October. The Warriors might have a little something going here. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be back playing in the finals, but they have got this 12 or 13-man rotation. Mm-hmm. Their vibes, by Draymond's own explanation, are spectacular. They have got a lot of different ways they can go. They're healthy. They got what I would assume is a very inspired Jonathan Kuminga to have a big year. They've, got Brandon Pajemski, who they are really high on. They've got some new guys. Like, they may actually they were undefeated in the preseason, which I know doesn't matter, but then last night they looked really good. They may actually have a team that could surprise here. But the one thing that can derail it is if Draymond doesn't walk the line. And so this is the thing. Last year, Draymond cost this team the playoffs because when he went out, they were a much worse team, and he was out for so long, and they couldn't recover from that. But they also need Draymond to help get the maximum out of this group. Mm-hmm. So this is what's very difficult. The difficult thing is they need him, but he's so volatile. And so he's got to walk that line. If he walks that line, the Warriors could end up being one of the feel-good stories of the season.
And what he has to understand, and he can get mad about this all he wants to. Listen, off the court, great man, great person, got a bright future in a lot of areas, okay? But you got to reel yourself in. And if you're not willing to do that for the first game of the regular season, when you going to do it? Okay? So that's just the facts. He can live with it, he can deal with it, or he can deny it, he can do what he wants to do. The facts are the facts, okay? And we have to remember, he's now been ejected 20 times over his career, including once in the postseason. And Golden State is 6-14 in those games where he was ejected. So let's remember that. Number two, you didn't think I was going to let you get away with just mentioning that thing about Steve Kerr and that 13-man rotation. You didn't think that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let me shift gears away from Draymond Green and look at Steve Kerr. Now, I understand it's just game one of the regular season. Did that man, Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, open the season talking about, I got 13 guys. I found it difficult not to play 13 guys. This is the man, is this the same man that told Jason Tatum, I don't know if I'm going to have any minutes for you in a 10-man rotation?
He played 11 guys in the first quarter last night.
Huh?
He played 11 guys.
11 guys in the first quarter. All right? And somehow, some way, you got a 10-man rotation. Can't mess with that. Can't touch that. But you can sit up there and play 11 guys in the first quarter. The same guy that couldn't do that. The same guy that I know he watched Jason Tatum put on the show in the season opener against the New York Knicks. Oh, that same man was the one that went on the record last night in game one and talked about a 13-man rotation. Is that the same guy?
This is your show, and you're in control, and we're out of time, and you put me in a box. You put me in a box in the corner.
Windy. He's still thinking about the Olympics. You know what's happening here. It's
you know it wasn't an Olympic game last night, right? You do know that.
Yeah, I do know that.
Okay, good.
I do know that.
Good.
I'm just talking about the rotation.
He hasn't moved on. He hasn't moved on from the Olympics.
Molly, before you go to break, you know how to do math. Could you explain? I understand it's 40 minutes in Olympic competition instead of the 48 minutes in the regular season. Could you understand how some man, a coach, a 4-time champion, got a problem finding an all-world player in a 10-man rotation or making it 11, but he can play 13.
Jason Tatum is just fine.
I'm on fire.